Alors, Kathy, Vic, deeply awake. We have a few things to say about when plans don't work out. First of all, what is a plan? Well, if you are using a planning book and your time is not entirely your own, you are in a relationship with others, in business and in your personal life, and so you have obligations for your time, and these are plans. So that's good. And then you can go freeform, perhaps on a day off, perhaps on vacation. We would suggest it's good to unplug every now and then from all plans for one day and do as you are guided, as you yourself guide yourself, which is what we did today with the plans. And so what we want to talk about is when plans don't work out. What does that mean? Well, we would suggest it means that what you projected would be occurring does not, at the time it would have occurred, occur. The plan fell through. Boop. Something else happened. This happens, correct? All the time. Perhaps not every day. That's nice. But yes, this happens. So when it's a self-directed day, and we would say with this one, it was at 7:30 in the morning. Hey, it's a pretty day. Ooh, let's go to Leadville. Get up, get dressed. Let's go. Come on. Okay, have some coffee. But then habit crept in, ease, relaxation, joy, but also a sense of stasis, a sense of not paralysis, but of cocooning, which is just not necessary anymore. Took over, and it was very, very productive, we should say. Very productive indeed. And nothing wrong with it. But it did change things, and in the video we did talk about going to Leadville, and we would say that those plans are viable. They never stopped being viable, but they didn't happen in the order expected. Well, did they fall through? We would like to just ask questions about this a little bit. So let's play with it. We did channel about going to Leadville, and this one, the whole time, had the hardest time figuring out how this was going to happen, because she could not figure it out. But there was something about the car's viability. She couldn't see it making all the way there and back. It seemed like a miracle. And yet there's nothing wrong with the car. It's fine. But the channeling ensued, and the discussion of many, many beautiful things came up. And we say, wait. So this one took the opportunity to go to a movie instead, and she decided, because she was free farm day, and so she went to a movie, and there were many to choose from, and she had heard some recommendations, and there were things that looked good, and she chose one about a mathematician who she had seen a YouTube documentary on, who received his equations, which were otherworldly, groundbreaking. He was the future, walking around a simple clerk, and he received his equations from the goddess he prayed to, he a Hindu. And this is what had always moved her about him, his love and devotion to God, so much like her own. So this is after posting something about Mitukaku, who it would appear has accomplished what this one had hoped would be her accomplishment next lifetime in Africa, in a more supportive and scientific and academic life. It would appear Mr. Cuckoo has been able to prove mathematically the existence of God. And so we say bravo. This means there are even greater things afoot. And already the cogs turn. Quantum embryology. Just the study alone, lifetime. Anyhow, prior to the movie, a fellow had put about, I don't know, 6 comments on this Kaku thing, telling her that it was plain, just obvious, that she was not very bright because she didn't understand that aliens were real. And he actually gave her a link to more information because that would help her database, and that it would be better if she came to terms with the truth that everyone is God, and that yes, it is very plain to him, very plain, that she is just out to make money and become famous. Make sure everybody knows that. Send different messages. So she had written a reply that was far more generous and loving than it really needed to be. Yes, however, it took going into the movie, seeing it, and realizing that it is wise to hold self in high regard for many things. She went out to the car and just deleted all of the nonsense, realizing she had wasted her time once again. It really didn't. That sort of nonsense is not. It's just not necessary. So. It wasn't a friend, it wasn't a family member, it wasn't a lover, it just was someone who wanted to spew and who hadn't done his research. That's no friend. So, bye-bye. Simple. And then, you know the reason that we went to the movie? yes, the tire got banged up. It's fine. It's more than fine. We found out, but yes, no, we will not be ever knowingly on a tire that could blow. So wings clipped. She went to a movie, and then responded to this funny business, and then went to see the movie, and then went to the tire shop and had another opportunity to choose between realities, because that truly is a consciousness template within this one that you have seen her struggle against, which is highly critical, highly judgmental, poisonous, name-calling, and just knows how to terrorize to the point of feeling as if there is no way ever that self-worth could ever be attained. Okay, so yes, bit of a struggle, and reinforced often, and since broken, the spell's broken. But boy, do you have such a voice inside of your head? Did you have such a person coaching you in real life? Well, if you didn't, consider yourself lucky. And if you did, consider yourself a spiritual weightlifter. So, standing at the counter, thinking, well, yes, indeed, this is a reality. To stand here and think that, this is just another opportunity to not like myself. And I didn't get to go to the Leadville, and I said I would. And the voice was there a little bit, and it's like this nastiness just standing there, ready to say whatever needs to be said to make you feel poopy, and it just didn't happen. It's like, no, you can stand down now. I think you're nonsense. Sit down. I don't want to hear your nonsense. Hey Jeff. Hey, which tire do we put on? The bald one or the one with the nick? Which one is less of a hazard? Consider me a daughter. Oh, they are all so generous to her, always have been so protective, so sweet, just so sweet to her. And rather than expecting the judgments and the icky, she expected good. She got good. Got home, got the call, hey girlie, it'll cost $40 less and it's a better fit. Is that okay with you? Yeah, it'll be ready in a week. Don't sweat it, girlie. Everything's cool. That tire's safe as kittens. So are you. Good night. So we would say a free-from day can be quite lovely, and plans falling through, well, if you want to make that, if you want to stop right there, okay, then you don't get any of the other stuff. Stop right there. Oh, my plan fell through. I'm a piece of crap. I'm gonna go home and sit and feel sorry for myself. Well, okay, let's start again tomorrow, I guess. But you know, that's the thing. Being responsible is being able to respond, being flexible in the moment and staying in alignment. It takes a lot of bad judgment and spouting off and bouncing into walls and testing things to get here, you know. A lot of people who were so kind. As no matter what they said, she thought it was that voice. And sometimes they would speak like that voice, and well, then she knew she knew what she was dealing with, at least. But that's from a long time ago. The energies changed so significantly. So much sweeter and brighter, so much easier to make choices which are brighter. Do you notice that? We tell you that what we're showing you with this is something that could have been a 2-week process, even 3 years ago. And that this is as much about the new energy as it is about when the process began. And so it has nothing to do with extra super duper divinity or anything. If you see that perhaps this one problem solves in a different reality, or has experiences that maybe you don't, or whatever. But everyone starts somewhere, and one place to start is to be aware of the self-talk and just the flavor of it. She often said this is like an aroma. The feelings of reality are like the aroma of the reality. And if the feelings are deep and luscious and golden, feels good, well then it is. This one knows to trust it. It's when things get choppy, when they get difficult to read, when they get unpredictable, that everyone can get knocked off their horse. This one included. It is during stress, isn't it said, even in the psychological community, it's during periods of stress that people revert to old behavior. Well, we would say that stress is just shorthand for fear, and for fear thoughts in the lower agreement field, which slows you down and makes it kind of dumb. And so, of course, you go into the older things that are not very good for you, like imagining that you're a piece of crap when you're not, and remembering all the times that people you loved told you were a piece of crap, and standing there and judging yourself instead of asking for help about your tire. So we say bravo with that decision. This is not grade school, and we want to conclude with this. This is not object lesson time, okay? This one got so PO'd that feeling as if her reality was an object lesson only, a place to learn. This wasn't that. This was being allowed to use a very enjoyable reality, no matter how you slice it, to even learn more, to feel even better. And we can tell you, every single video done has been loaded with anomaly. These wispy things are really, really having a great time. They are. We see them a lot with the physical eyes now. They are seen. This was not the case only on the video were they being seen, and now they are. So it's good. So all right, this is a longer one, but we're done now. We're gonna do some things for ourselves, and we got a friend coming over. Yee. So we're gonna have some fun, and we ask you to do the same in your reality for yourself, or at the very least consider that there's a golden opportunity the next time you feel like crap about yourself, and it's to possibly just think a new thought. The idea of blamelessness. This is a good place to start. We say it's a nice vibration that is very akin to forgiveness, but it's cleaner because it doesn't infer wrongdoing. Being blameless, well, I ran into a curb. Okay. I had some free time and I was very frugal, and I went to a movie that sang to my heart and taught me many things. Okay. And then I was responsible with my vehicle and got it all checked out, and everything is okie dokie and hunky dory and everything like that. Okay. And now I'm in front of the camera, and I can hardly wait to look to see if there's more wispies. And the kitty loves me so much. Okay. So we ask you, were the mistakes made? If the plans fell through, is that still okay? Yes, we say. This idea of the Leadville well, it would have been very wonderful at 7:30 in the morning when we first posited it. Hint, hint. So, and one of the reasons that she was stalling is she didn't want to do it by herself, because she's finally in enjoyment with others. It finally is no longer as it's more enjoyable than it is uncomfortable. Which we would say is a critical mass that was very lovely to finally meet. And now the social awkwardness is just critical mass for another reality was achieved. So 100th monkey, 100th strawberry. There's all kinds of electromagnetic terms for it, sweet pea. You haven't done your homework. Maybe tonight, maybe not. When's the deadline? See, there's no deadline, so just back off. Right. Alright. So no harm, no foul. It's okay that one dude decided to go blah blah. It's okay when this one has to go blah blah and fine. You gotta do it. Fine. And it can even be forgiven. It can even be seen for what it is. It can even be seen as legitimate and justified. But in this particular instance, it was just a trigger to see how you're going to play this one, baby. Oh, how you going to play that one, baby? How you going to play it? Who are you going to root for? Since it's a free-farm day, and you have a little conversation with yourself, well then, so who sets up the tests? Who's in charge of the object lessons? Ha! Alright, we're done. Blah blah, enough is enough. We love you. Namaste.